Hi, this is Andrew with Infinity Cutting Tools. We get asked all the time what saw blade we recommend for a specific table saw or for a specific cut that needs to be made. Overwhelmingly, my response is the Infinity Super-General thin kerf saw blade. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this blade. I'll show you why this is the blade that I typically recommend and also why it's the blade that I keep on my saw about 90% of the time. The thin kerf Super-General is a 10-inch 40-tooth blade with a 3/32 of an inch kerf. The plate is a heavy-duty steel plate made from cold-rolled and laser-cut steel, producing an extremely smooth and quiet-running blade. The teeth are a C4 micrograin carbide with our special double ground teeth. These teeth are both easy to resharpen and also produce a superior cut quality in a variety of different materials. The laser cut anti-vibration slots are silicone filled to reduce harmonic vibration. If I were to take a standard blade and give it a ring with a hammer, it rings like a bell. This is vibration that we get in the saw blade that we want to eliminate to produce an ideal cut quality. If we do the same test with the Super-General blade, we have basically no harmonic in the blade. This means the blade will run smoother, quieter, cooler, and produce a superior cut quality. The coating on the Super-General is an aluminum infused anti-stick coating that helps keep the blade cooler and also makes the blade much easier to keep clean. In fact, this is not a brand new blade. This is the blade that I've been using here in our saw at Infinity for some time now, and all I've done is taken it out of the saw, give it a quick wipe down with some bit and blade cleaner, and this is what you see. Finally, I wanted you guys to look at the hub of the saw blade. We precision grind the hub to eliminate any possibility of variation in plate thickness with the coating on the blade and simply the saw plate itself. This produces an extremely smooth running blade with zero run out. Let's go ahead and take this blade over to the table saw. We'll make some cuts so you can see how this blade can perform on your saw. I've got my Super-General thin kerf saw blade set up here in my SawStop 3-horse cabinet saw, and I wanted to give you guys a look at how this blade performs making a real cut. I've got a piece of 8/4 cherry. It's actually a full 1 7/8 of an inch thick. It's about 6 inches wide and about 32 or 34 inches long. Now, when I set up my saw blade, I want to ensure that about half of the tooth is above the material. So I don't want a whole lot of saw blade sticking up above my material. That's going to help me get the best quality cut. Let's go ahead and fire the saw up and make that cut. Here's my off-fall piece. I hope you guys can see it's a nice, smooth, almost polished cut with almost no swirl marks in it from the saw blade. And here's the other side of the cut. Again, no burning at all, even though it's a big, tall cut. Very, very clean, smooth, almost polished cut. So that's ready for just a super light sanding and you're ready to go. The other material we end up cutting all the time in the shop is sheet goods. A lot of times these are a really finicky veneered plywood. This is a birch veneer plywood that has a tendency to tear out pretty easily. And I wanted to give you guys a look at the cut quality you can expect when you're cutting materials like this in your shop with a thin kerf Super-General. Let's go ahead and make that cut. I just want to let you guys know I did lower my saw blade, so I'm using about half of the sawtooth above the material, and I'm ready to make that cut. Here's my off-fall piece. You can see really no tear out, chip out, or anything in that veneer, just a really clean cut. here's the opposite side again. There's the exit, no tear out, no chip out on the bottom, just a really good clean cut. Top is just the same. So there you go. That's the type of cuts you can expect to get out of a thin Kerf Super-General when you're cutting materials such as veneered plywood. Whether you have a contractor style saw, a job site saw, or a full-size cabinet saw, the Infinity Thin Kerf Super-General saw blade is going to be an ideal choice that you can put on your saw and leave on. Whether you're making rips in burn-prone material like this 2-inch thick cherry, or you're making those delicate cuts in veneered plywood, the Infinity Super-General Thin Kerf blade is going to be up to the task.